Donald Trump, very happy about the Barr summary of the Mueller report. Obviously, we don't have the Mueller report. We don't know what's in it, but we do have William Barr's sort of selections, his interpretation of what's in it. And Donald Trump loving it so far. Here is what he said when asked about the review.
Mueller report said, pointing to the Barr letter.
The Mueller report was great. It could not have been better. It said no obstruction, no collusion. It could not have been better.
Your administration is making very clear that you think the Affordable Care Act is invalid and should be struck down. What is your message to Americans?
Let me just tell you exactly what my message is. The Republican Party will soon be known as the party of healthcare. You watch.
Or if not that, at least the party of taking away our health care, because he said that on the same day that they announced that they want to take away health insurance from 30 million Americans. So sort of important. We broke that down on yesterday's show. Go back and watch that. But there were a couple of interesting things there. I mean, his reaction, it was great, could not have been better. Bear in mind, of course, that ABC has reported that as of when he said that, neither Trump nor his attorneys had even been briefed on it, let alone actually looked at the report. The president's comments pertain to a summary of the report written by his handpicked Attorney General, Bill Barr.
I'm gonna venture to say that he didn't even read the summary by Bill Barr.
I don't think he read the full summary. There was a little bit of the summary I didn't even read necessarily, skimmed bits. I have a feeling he didn't read any of it. And so, look, very happy, couldn't have been better, complete exoneration, even though even the summary by William Barr specifically says does not exonerate him. I believe that statement is more pertaining to obstruction of justice, but it specifically says does not exonerate. But that hasn't stopped everyone from saying it exonerates him, because you know what? It's more fun, it's more dramatic. Everything's changing so fast, even though some things are not necessarily changing. And so he's very happy. Very happy. Yeah. Interesting though, sources behind the scenes say that when he was initially briefed on this, not so happy necessarily. So a source who was with Trump at Mar-a-Lago over the weekend told Axios' Elena Treen that Trump was, quote, initially frustrated with Barr over the line saying the president hadn't been exonerated on obstruction of justice. The media chyrons and outlets all jumped on that as a sign of more to come, the case not being tied up with a bow, which is why he's pushing the, quote, complete and total exoneration line. His initial reaction was angry over the coverage that line got. So, as is so often the case, it is just projection. So he's pissed off that it says he's not totally exonerated, so he is going out saying he's totally exonerated because up is down, left is right, all of that.
But that's always worked for him in the past. As you know, first he was mad at Jeff Sessions for recusing himself and not doing what his attorney general was supposed to do. He's got William Barr as the head of the department, right? So he didn't completely toe the line either. He needs him to absolutely come forward and set the stage, which he's done enough for him already, by the way, and just in the way that he's handled it so far. But he needs 100%, not 99%, because there's still something he's worried about, still within whatever else is going on. I still need that to get my point across. So the thing is, it doesn't really need that. For someone who didn't read even the summary, he knows that the majority of his followers also aren't gonna read it, aren't gonna pay attention to anything except for what he tells them to pay attention to. That's how he operates. So he was frustrated that he didn't have any help, but then he remembered, he goes, wait a second, I can just say whatever and they'll believe me then. Exactly, let me get out there and do what I needed Barr to do. And he's doing that now. And I think it's working to an extent, because the thing that frustrates me a lot about this is people aren't worried about what was in or out of the report or what the findings were. It's just more about people, and this is on all parts of the argument, from progressives to libs to pseudo-progressives to conservatives, is I was right. This has become about each individual person's assessment about what they said before and what they think and how right they are. Not about whether or not the Trump campaign had anything to do with Russia and conspiracy or any kind of agenda he's followed since. It's about, I'm right. It's about me. Apologize to me.
Commentary is 90% ego. And that is why I'm very confident saying I have never been right. Except on climate change. I think I'm pretty much right on that. Other than that, always wrong. But watch anyway, because it's fun. Yeah, I agree. And look, what I think buttresses your argument is, again, almost no one has actually seen the report. Now, it's entirely possible that Barr's summary is 100% reflective of what's actually in the report. That in his 4 pages, only 98 words of which actually come from the Mueller report, that it is an actual accurate reflection, and that we will learn nothing new that will actually change our conclusions. That's 100% true. I personally think the idea that Barr like directly lied and contradicted the actual spirit of the report, that seems unlikely. I don't think that that's probably gonna be the case. But I'm not stupid, and I'm not gonna pretend that William Barr wasn't expressly chosen to do what Jeff Sessions wouldn't do and protect Donald Trump, not necessarily from being impeached, but from consequences and stuff getting out. And there's reason to believe that that's gonna happen. I mean, William Barr looked at Mueller saying, we're not gonna make a determination on obstruction of justice or not, and Barr says no obstruction. Well, Barr wrote a 19-page letter, 5 times longer last year, saying that Trump had not committed obstruction of justice. This is before he had access to anything in the Mueller report. So before he knew any of the facts, he had already made the determination that there could not be obstruction of justice in this case. So, I mean, look, it might be that Trump didn't obstruct justice, but I'm not gonna pretend that Barr saying it is some like, I think he looked at the evidence, and I think he weighed things, and then he just came down in a way that benefited Donald Trump, the guy who just chose him for the position.
And if you go back to my point about how people need to make sure that they're right, if you go back to, again, his 19-page thing where he said before and he didn't actually have any evidence or even a report in front of him, he can't be wrong. We're in an atmosphere where you can't be wrong. You can't change what you said before because now you're a hypocrite, you're a rhino, or whatever else they want to call you.
Yeah.
So now you have to stay consistent despite whatever it is that's in front of you.
Yeah. And by the way, anyone who can't admit when they're wrong and claims that they're always right, they're liars, don't follow them. Thank you very much for watching this clip from the Damage Report. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell on YouTube to get notifications of our new videos. And of course, you can catch the full Damage Report live every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on TYT Network on YouTube TV.